Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WWTF. We want the Facts Again show. Mike C.
And I'm Fred Wise.
Hey, I think this is an episode that's long waiting.
Yes, man.
You know, we're trying to see which VR headset is the best.
Now, if you have been watching the show, you know that we have reviewed all the headsets: the HTC Vive, the Oculus Rift, the PlayStation VR, and recently the Windows mixed reality headset.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is going out to Eric because he's undecided on what he wants to do. Okay, so which one do we feel is the best?
The question is, what do you have right now? As far as, do you have a computer?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a console? Or do you have everything? Like you,
Yeah.
You know. So the question that I pose, as far as, let you answer this question first, since you got everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which one is the best for you? Good question, huh?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Well, let's do it like this. Which one is the most comfortable? Let's talk about that.
Surprisingly, the mixed reality headset is the most comfortablest headset.
Why?
It's just there's not too many electronics,
Mm-hmm.
or it's not as heavy
Right.
front as it is, and the way that it fits on mostly like the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to be honest, I did take it back because when I got it from Best Buy, it was $470 something, and on eBay you can get it for under like $200, $218.
Thank you.
So that was the most comfortablest headset out of all of them.
Okay.
And honestly, it had the best picture quality out of all three.
Okay.
And you don't have to have those lighthouse or those base stations or the sensors to play it, because the sensor is in front of the headset itself.
Mm-hmm.
But naturally, the controllers for me did not feel like as natural as the Oculus controllers did.
Okay. So you kind of wish you could like take pieces of this and this,
Yeah.
and make your own little thing. So I really don't have a PC to run anything else. The PlayStation 4 was my first actual step into, or did we play the HTC Vive first?
Nah, we
did the PlayStation 4 first, I think. Okay.
did do the Vive first.
We did the Vive first. So what I like about the Vive, right, was, you know, because that was like my first time actually getting into VR or whatever. It was surreal doing that. As far as it felt hefty.
It did.
It felt real hefty. And the only thing I dislike about all of them right now, except for, like you said, the Windows one, was the fact that it gets hot up in there.
It does.
It gets hot up in there. They need to incorporate, all of them need to incorporate a little fan or some type of other ventilation system to do that. The one I felt most comfortable with was, like you said, the Microsoft, the mixed reality headset. Mm-hmm. I agree with you on that. But as far as, like you said, the controls and everything of it, I was more comfortable with the controls as far as on the PlayStation, because, you know what I'm saying, I play with the what you call it, the little microphones and whatever, move controllers and everything. It felt natural to me, like an extension of my hand, but I'm still at the loss. I wish I could take pieces of this, pieces of that, and make my own headset. So I'm still undecided, man. I don't know.
And the thing about all of them is that out of the four that we mentioned, only two really sanitary when you have company over. Mm-hmm. And when I mean sanitary is that the the PlayStation and the Microsoft mixed reality headset both have that rubber stuff on.
So you can clean it off.
Yeah.
Instead of that foam stuff, which is comfortable just for you if it was just yours.
Right.
But that's everybody else's sweat hitting your brow, hitting your stuff, and then they say about the eye stuff. You gotta with this VR stuff, you gotta make sure that the stuff is clean. You don't have everybody's eye juices and all that stuff jumping into your eye, because you can get freaking different diseases from that. So, but as far as the cleanness or whatever, but just the hottest though. PlayStation VR. It is. PlayStation VR, boy, I played that for a little bit. I was sweating like, I gotta have a fan in front of me and probably a fan on the side of me too in order to be cool. But it is VR is like an experience you would never have because it really takes you. You really feel like you're a part of that world because if you're in a cluttered space, you're gonna knock everything over.
Yes.
So you got to make sure you have space with this stuff. And as far as the ease of use with the Microsoft, that was pretty good, and it gives you that more free range of motion. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being so tethered, they just got to make it wireless, but that's supposed to be in the works too.
And even with the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift, you can swap out the VR covers and get like the waterproof covers on it, so you don't transfer sweat from person to person.
Okay.
That's the only downfall. But for me, I tell you which one is the best, and all of them that has their advantages and disadvantages. Starting with the PlayStation VR, the PSVR. Now, with the PlayStation VR, if you watched an episode that we did a while back ago, you can play Steam VR games with the PlayStation VR headset. Now you have the best of both worlds. You can play the PlayStation games and PC games. And it's not that hard to do. It's not difficult to hook it up to your PC. And if you have a PlayStation, no matter whether it's the Pro or the Slim or the other one that you have, I mean, you're good to go. I mean, mind you have to buy the Move controllers as well and the camera to do so. You're good. And on the computer, you don't have to have the camera for it. It just does it. I don't know how it tracks it, but it tracks it, and you don't have to have the camera to plug up.
That's weird.
For the Move controllers, you have to have the camera for it.
Well,
But just for the headset alone,
you
don't have to have the cameras. The HTC Vive. Now, you can play Oculus, Rift games, and Vive games using a software called Revive on there. So you get the best of both worlds on that. With the Oculus, you can only play Oculus games. I don't know a software right now that you can play both Vive and Oculus games at the same time. The Windows Mixed Reality. Now, this is kind of like you have to see for yourself. About 90% of the VR games are compatible, even though it does not say on there. Like when you look at Steam VR, it doesn't have the mixed reality icon. I experienced this with the Revive software. I was able to play Vive and Rift games with that.
Wow.
And I don't know if it was because I had the Revive software on there, but if you... The best one to me, if you're just starting out right now, would be the PlayStation VR. You have a large library. There are not too many demo games. There are full-fledged games. Resident Evil, Farpoint. Plus,
awesome games.
You have an added bonus where you can play Steam VR games with this. And the way that you do it is that the PlayStation VR does not replace the Vive or the Oculus or the mixed reality headset. It does not replace that. If you get a PC, it would be best to get one of those headsets. But for right now, if you want to build your funds up to build you a PC that is able to run VR and you already have a PlayStation headset, I would just go there and then just save my ducats until I'm able to buy one of the other headsets. And me personally, since I have all three of them now, where I took the mixed reality headset back, I would honestly get the mixed reality headset.
Okay.
It's much cheaper. You can get it for $200, and 90% of the games on Steam are compatible with it. Although it doesn't say it, but 90% of the games are compatible with it. You don't have to worry about the base stations. You don't have to worry about the sensors or anything like that. It has better graphics. Although the Vive is coming out with a Vive Pro, and I don't know if I'm gonna get my hands on that one. Maybe I would change my mind later. But the Vive Pro is going to be able to be wireless as well as the old Vive that they have now. But for right now, if you do have a computer that can run VR, I would say the mixed reality headset for me would be the one to go.
Okay.
But if you don't have the computer and you're waiting on getting the computer, get the PlayStation one.
All right. So you guys leave your comments below to see which one you guys think is the best one to have. So there it is.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's about it.
All right. So like always, you guys can hit us up at thagamersshow@gmail.com. That's the Gamer Show with the name. Don't forget to head over to the Facebook store page. We find low prices. Don't forget to hit us up on vTime, and don't forget to subscribe, become a Gamers Club member.
And please remember to like, subscribe, and follow all our social media networks. Join our SteamWise community and our website community where you can get some free stuff. And we'll see you next time on WWTF.
With the facts.
The Gamer Show.
See you next time. Keep watching. Thanks for tuning in.